2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2.
Good morning and welcome to the commencement ceremony for the USC Annenberg School of Journalism. Once again, this ceremony will begin at 11 a.m. Please note that this ceremony is for students graduating with degrees in journalism and public relations at the BA and MA levels. If you are here for a student graduating in communication, please head over to McCarthy Quad behind us for that ceremony. We ask that you please keep the aisles clear and please also release any seats you may have held. Thank you. We will begin our ceremony shortly.
it up. 1, 2, 1, 2. Hey, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Yeah, more. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Hey, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, Stan, you're all set. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2.
Ladies and gentlemen, good morning once again to the commencement. I just got cut off. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome once again to the commencement ceremony for the USC Annenberg School of Journalism. The ceremony will begin in 5 minutes, so I ask that you please take your seats and please keep all the aisles clear. Thank you.
Testing, test.
Ladies and gentlemen and graduates, please be seated. Will you please welcome Associate Director of the USC Annenberg School of Journalism, Professor Patricia Dean.
Good morning. Please join me in a round of applause for our graduates, the class of 2011. It is my pleasure to welcome you to our commencement ceremony. On behalf of the faculty and the staff, thank you for joining us for this very special day. Graduates, we are so very proud of you. We challenged you to meet the highest standards of the journalism and public relations programs. We challenged you to be forward-thinking and consider new technologies and new methods of communication. We challenged you to take very rigorous courses in a very rigorous curriculum. Today is the payoff. You have a degree from a demanding program that is nationally recognized in your field. You have an Annenberg degree from the University of Southern California. We know you are well prepared to be leaders in your fields. These are the golden years of journalism and public relations. And you are the leaders of this. Our professions are changing, and you will be in the forefront to help design new models for multimedia communication while maintaining the highest ethical standards. Our director, Geneva Overholzer, is not here today. She is attending her daughter's graduation from law school. She sends her deep regrets for missing your graduation. She asked me to tell you how proud she is of your success and how glad she is that you chose to spend these important years with us. She sends you this greeting, quote, "I am with you in spirit, and I send you my warmest congratulations and best wishes for the exciting years ahead." Now it is, oh, we can clap, Geneva. Now it is my honor to make some very special introductions. Would the faculty and staff of the Annenberg School please stand? On behalf of your students, we recognize your dedication and hard work to help these graduates complete this rigorous program. I hope the parents are listening. Yes, it was tough. I also want to recognize some important guests that are here for our graduates. As I recognize each group, would you remain standing so the graduates can see you and applaud you, but stay standing till all the groups are standing. Would the parents of our graduates please stand? Your love and support have contributed so much to the success of your sons and daughters. Would the grandparents please stand? Parents, stand. Grandparents. Stay standing. The sisters and the brothers. The aunts and uncles. The spouses and the children. To these amazing guests, we thank you for helping our graduates through the tough times and for cheering them on during the good times. Graduates, join me in recognizing your special guests who are beaming with pride. You can't see it, but I can. They're beaming with pride as we celebrate your graduation. Thank you. It is now my honor to introduce the Dean of the Annenberg School for Communication and Journalism, Ernest J. Wilson III. Dr. Wilson is also the Walter H. Annenberg Chair in Communication. He brings to our school his impressive experience at the intersection of communication and public policy. This experience spans the private and public sectors. Dean Wilson recently stepped down as chairman of the board of the Corporation for Public Broadcasting, which he held after being nominated by President Clinton and renominated by President Bush. Dr. Wilson is a member of the Carnegie Knight Commission on the Future of Journalism and Education, and he has been a communications policy advisor to the Federal Communications Commission, the World Bank, the United Nations, and the governments of Nigeria, South Africa, and China. He is also a member of the Computer Science and Telecommunications Board of the National Research Council. Dr. Wilson is an award-winning author of 6 books, numerous monographs and articles, and co-editor of the MIT Press series, The Information Revolution and Global Politics. He has lectured widely on journalism and communications, including at Harvard, Berkeley, Oxford, and in Paris. Dr. Wilson also served on the presidential transition team for President Obama. His current work focuses on sustainable innovations in high-tech industries in Los Angeles. Please join me in welcoming Dean Ernest Wilson.
I want to thank Pat for that wonderful, wonderful recommendation. I now know who to turn to whenever I need a robust recommendation and introduction. Pat did a wonderful job, as she always does. Good morning, class of 2011, and congratulations. And of course, I want to recognize all of the spouses and friends and those who paid the bills and those who put up with the agony and the ecstasy, friends, family. Welcome to the Annenberg School for Communication and Journalism. It really is a delight to have you here. Normally, professors speak for about 90 minutes, so I'm going to take off my watch and try to keep it to about 8 minutes, which is because we have a special guest speaker, and I certainly want to reserve a lot of time for our special commencement speaker. Graduation day, of course, is a commencement. It's a beginning. It's a time when we're looking forward to the future, when we're bright-eyed and we're very ambitious about what lies over the horizon. But for many of us, it's also a bittersweet moment, isn't it? Because we've been together for 3 or 4 years, or longer for some, or shorter for others. And those of us on the faculty and the administration have gotten to know you. And we've delighted from your excitement and your enthusiasm, and we have learned from you, and we have welcomed you into not only the Trojan family, but the Annenberg family. And so for us, it's also a bit of a bittersweet moment. The alpha and the omega, the beginning and the ending for our relationship in the short term, but moving forward over many, many years, we know we will continue to be in great touch. I also want to take a moment, if I may, for a personal note, which is that I started as a freshman dean 4 years ago in '07. And so I've always felt that your class was sort of my class also, because we spent the last 4 years together, you moving toward graduation, me moving to this wonderful opportunity to welcome all of you into this new position. So I sort of think of myself as a member of the class of 2011. As you look around today in that wonderful moment when so many stood and welcomed you and you welcomed them, remember that you are not only in your own personal family, but you're also a member of the Trojan family. And even more exclusively, I would add, the USC Annenberg Trojan family. The idea and the ideal of the Trojan family is not just a fable or a myth. We have all, in our own way, felt it through experiences large and experiences small. We see it at football games, in special events, in the Annenberg lobby, and also in those important moments in our classrooms. I experienced the Annenberg family as I've been fortunate enough to travel across the country and around the world, from Chicago to China and beyond. And there I have been privileged to see the unique enthusiasm and dedication of the Trojan family. Our grads, wherever we go, are always eager to help a fellow alum and to advance the goals of the school and the university. Trojans really do carry and display the values of generosity and fairness and public service and respect for the rights and dignity of all. And in particular, we possess a special optimism and can-do feeling, as you saw manifested today in the larger ceremony when Steve Ballmer spoke. Now, as a full-fledged member not only of the Trojan family, but of the USC Annenberg family, you also have a responsibility. And that responsibility is to pass along these values and the great spirit of this school to everyone that you encounter, no matter where around the world you do that. As public relations and journalism students, you have lived through a unique period of tremendous change in communication and media, probably unprecedented in the history of the world. When you started here, Facebook was in its nascent stage. Now there are more than 500 million users of Facebook. So what does the future hold? Well, a wise person once said that the best way to know the future is to help invent it. You have already started reinventing the increasingly intertwined worlds of journalism and public relations. And now you can apply what you have learned here at Annenberg, innovation and entrepreneurship, leadership and service, to the wider world beyond our walls. Yet the core of what we do to make the world a better place will remain what it has always been from the ancient times to the present, to tell important stories in interesting and compelling ways. Looking ahead, there is no question that specific technologies and techniques will change a great deal. We can barely imagine what the next big thing will be in media and communication. But I am confident that many of you in this tent today will help to invent those tools and help to invent that future. Your great challenge will be to sustain and remain committed to the great values and traditions and verities of the past, from Aristotle to Confucius, from Lincoln to Walter Lippmann, who wrote of pursuing the truth, of ethics, of caring and community, while using the ever-new communication techniques and tools to pursue these old values in new ways. And as you start this incredible journey that lies ahead of you, I extend to you my personal and heartfelt congratulations to you, my fellow members of the class of 2011. It is now my great pleasure to introduce our special keynote speaker for today, USC President C.L. Max Nikias. President Nikias has been a strong and unwavering supporter of the Annenberg School. He combines in one person the commitment to the traditional values that I was just mentioning, because in his own background, he had a classic Greco-Roman education in Cyprus, and was steeped in the traditions of the inquiry for truth. And at the same time, he is also a prize-winning inventor in the area of communication technology, in sonar, for example, as well as patents in radar and modern communication systems. For these achievements, President Nikias has been named a member of the National Academy of Engineering and a fellow of the American Association for the Advancement of Science. Finally, and a point of special pride for us, President Nikias and his wonderful wife, Nikki, have been such superb and wise parents that one of their children chose journalism as a major and will walk across the stage today to receive her undergraduate degree. Max truly knows the benefit of the Annenberg School in Journalism from the inside out. So we are genuinely grateful to have the president with us today, who understands the critical role that journalism plays in a democracy and the importance of information in the public interest. It is my great pleasure to present to you our president, C.L. Max Nikias.
Thank you, Ernie. Hello, everyone. I want you to know you are graduating, but Dean Wilson is not graduating. We need him as a dean. Earlier this morning, our commencement speaker, at the beginning, Steve Ballmer, he expressed a concern about today is Friday the 13th. And I have to tell you that 33 years ago, my wife and I came to the United States, and actually when we landed at JFK, it was a different month, it wasn't May, but it was Friday the 13th. So things have really worked out for us. So good morning, everyone. It is a special honor to be your speaker on a day such as this, when my youngest daughter, Maria, today earns her bachelor's degree in broadcast journalism. So I've been living with an Annenberg student now for a while. So her mother, my wife, Nikki, and her sister, Georgiana, have joined me to salute her and all of our graduates today. So graduates, I congratulate you on this adventure that you have completed with distinction and honor. Or perhaps I should be more honest and congratulate you on closing one crucial chapter within your ongoing adventure. You have committed yourself to the adventure of learning. To that adventure continues through the decades, and it ends only with our last breath. As the great Aeschylus said, learning is ever in the freshness of its youth, even for the old. And I know you have learned much here at one of the world's premier universities and a world-class school for journalism and public relations. Here at USC, you have been immersed in the most timeless wisdom in the arts and humanities and culture, and you have been exposed to the most timely advancements. I believe the most precious experience you have received in the past years was your ability to live and work and study in an environment that fosters new ideas and experimentation, within a community that embraces change in order to guide change, a community that always seeks new ways forward. I have special confidence in you and the contribution each of you will make in our own world. Though many of you will find yourselves in different areas of service, and though these areas may change many times for you over the years, all of you will be shaping the very character of your community and the larger world. And I cannot think of a more magnificent contribution that you or anyone could make. The great Greek philosopher Heraclitus observed about 2,600 years ago that character is destiny. Character is what inevitably shapes the course of the life of a woman or man, or a community, or even a society. But what does character look like for us here today in 2011? Most human beings are naturally very ambitious. From our birth, we seek recognition and we seek ways to earn it. Consider too that we inhabit a time and a culture that promote ambition, the ambition to make our voices heard, the ambition to be famous, the ambition to make a name for ourselves. And there may never have been a wider gulf between celebrity and accomplishment than in our time. Fame may have nothing to do with character. And indeed, lack of character oftentimes leads to great fame today. And yet, such fame does not long endure. What endures is character, and the name that character creates slowly over time. It is also the force that unleashes the other ingredients of a meaningful career and life. It allows us to develop persistence and courage. Persistence is essential to success in your chosen field, a field that is so rapidly changing. Courage ensures that you will never seek a setback as the final word, and that you will instead have the strength to adjust your course. These traits allow you to infuse every part of your life with a spirit of adventure. And the person who can embrace adventure has an edge over all those many persons who grow timid whenever the winds of uncertainty blow. Yet still one more thing is necessary. Good judgment. Good judgment flows from the fount of good character and experience and knowledge, and it cannot flow from any other wellspring. When a woman or a man has the persistence and courage and the adventurousness to reach the mountaintop, she can use good judgment to maintain her place there and to fulfill her responsibilities well. And you will need all this as you seek to lead your generation in defining the future of journalism and organizational public relations in a manner that advances a free and just and democratic society. The only constant is change. You cannot step into the same river twice. And the river of technological change is growing more vast and flowing more freely and faster than ever. Amid the disruption and intellectual chaos, everyone is in constant search for new business models of news and information. You need not be invested in how things were done yesterday or even how they are done today. You need to be invested in how things must be done going forward. And in this way, you can have the privilege of being the ones to guiding your fields for the coming decades. So I offer you my congratulations to all of you today and to your families and loved ones who sacrificed to bring this day about. And as you go forth, may you be bold in your struggle for perspective and for truth. May you bring insight that a democratic society needs like oxygen at this moment of change. And may you support one another as members of the Trojan family today and for the years to come. So thank you, and fight on. Always fight on. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
We'd like you to stand over there.
Okay.
And you can leave this right here.
All right.
President Nikias will be joining me for the presentation of the diplomas. Professor Judy Muller will assist. Judy will assist in reading the names of our Master of Arts, Journalism and Public Relations graduates. Students, help us, please. Present the card from your chair to Professor Muller. Please say your name clearly as you hand her your card so your parents recognize who's coming up on stage. Honored guests, we need your help. We have a professional photographer to take pictures. In a few weeks, compliments of Dean Wilson. Each graduate will receive proofs along with a gift certificate for a complimentary graduation picture. Thank you, Dean Wilson. So we ask that family and friends, please don't block the aisles to take pictures. You will get a nice photo from today's ceremony. It is my honor and privilege to introduce the students that I've been working with for the past 2 years, our graduates who are receiving their Master of Arts degrees. First, we want to recognize the journalism and public relations students who have been selected by the faculty for special honors. Will the first row of candidates for the Master of Arts degrees please stand, first row stand, and receive your diplomas. On behalf of the faculty, it is our pleasure to present the master's students who are receiving special recognition. Professor Judy Muller will announce your awards.
Jessica Dina Flores, Outstanding Graduate Broadcast Journalism Student. Catherine McDermott Cloutier, Outstanding Graduate Online Journalism Student. Hillel Samuel Aaron, Outstanding Graduate Print Journalism Student. Evan Andrew Pondell, Outstanding Graduate Specialized Journalism Student. Heike Lucienne Bernison, Outstanding Graduate Specialized Journalism, the Arts Student. Daniel Lee, Outstanding Graduate Strategic Public Relations Student. Noel Ibrahim, Outstanding Graduate Scholarship Student. Jessica Rachel Walston, Outstanding Graduate Scholarship Student. Daniel Ivan Haryu, Norman Corwin Award for Service and Scholarship. Jennifer Allison Taylor, the Jack Langeth First Amendment Award. Michael Jason Green the Penny Lernoux Award for International Reporting. Olga Hazan the Bryce Nelson Award for Distinguished Journalism. Janine Sarai Rayford, Director's Award for Excellence. We invite the next group of candidates for the Master of Arts degree to come forward. Camille Renee Hashem. Lori Manger. Diana Marie Bullness. Brittany Nicole Suchowski. Taylor Jillian Robinson. Somi Anaf. Nicole Althea Westmore. Tiffany Sarpy. Kate Beth Altman. Chan Su Lim. Andrew William Webster. Natalie Christine Regis. Paul Anthony Hill II. Jenny Concepcion Hansen. Savannah Renee Haspel. Jing Lee. Bo Young. James Jacob Nowierski. Adam Joseph Bonifest. Jonathan Gregory Lamb. Veronica Marie Navarrete. Noel Alejandra Veramontes. Chelsea Takanouchi. Nicole Marie Anthony. Catherine Ann Cronenberg. Alexis Paula Allergem. Marcia Ann Rubin. Zara Neely. Nicole Marie Roberts. Jenna Markowick. Julie Marie Sugishta. Allison Marie McComb. Patrick Edward Crawley. Michael Shotgun Spratling. Charisse Dagadillo. Stephanie Raquel Guzman. Catherine Maria Donahoe. Gabrielle Ashley Oya. Aaron Spinner Richards. Salvador Duran. Shahan Gao. Hong Ya Ma. Anna Lombroso. Lauren Elise Strazener. Andrew Michael Corey. Samuel Williams Osborne. Eli Zalik Miniker. Jonathan Daniel Polikoff. Christopher Pizar. Helen Seung Jong. Holly Krista Butcher. Kevin Douglas Grant. Amy Silverstein. Kimberly Marie Nowaki. Bethany Lynn Fernhaber. Priyanka Sinaroy. Mei Chen. Shuyan Young. Junjo Chen. Lin Sun. Chang Xu. Lele Aguili. Kimberly Joy Urcho. Samantha Rose Herman. Ruth Rachel France. Zhang Yue. Masia Elena Bobadilla. Gabriel Cifarelli. Emily Maureen Beaugrand. Rachel Corinne Newbeck. Raphael Philip Rosen. Yun Zhang. Wei Quinn. John Damian Gunther. Madeline Cinto. Christine Drang. Haley Alexandra Fox. Chien Chen. Latanya Renee Kirkland. Themby Harris Ford. Robin Carolyn Price. Rebecca Schoenkoff. Jill Ann Krebs. Kiersey Marek Crowley. Rebecca Jean Kinski. Jason Isaacson. Karen Choi. Jessica Marie Porter. Albert Sabate. Jessica Donat. Heather Alexandra Hope. Astrid Viciano. UC Yormanen. John Dillingham. Yamini Lohia. Atiya Khan.
A round of applause for our graduates. We are really proud of you. I hope you heard the thunderous applause. Yeah, now it is my honor to invite Professor Jen Floto. Jen will announce the Bachelor of Arts degrees. Students, in case you weren't listening during the graduate instructions, please present your card to Jen. Please say your name clearly so your parents hear your name. Very important, right, parents? You want to hear their names. Will the first row of candidates for the Bachelor of Arts degree please stand? In this first row, we recognize the students who have been selected by our faculty for special recognition. These are very tough decisions. This is a very competitive program, and we have all our students are great. But the students the faculty have selected, the journalism and public relations students, undergraduate students, are among the best at USC. I hope that's okay to say in front of the president. On behalf of the faculty, it is our honor to recognize these outstanding students.
Caroline, AKA Callie Taylor Schweitzer, is the winner of, go ahead, Outstanding Undergraduate Print and Digital Journalism Student, Outstanding Undergraduate Scholarship Student, and the Glenn and Alberta Ingalls Scholarship recipient. Abigail Strom Harden is the outstanding undergraduate public relations student. Christian Belen Martinez is the outstanding undergraduate broadcast and digital journalism student. Kristen Elizabeth Steach is the recipient of the Director's Award for Excellence. Ready? Maria Nikias. The next two people are students who are completing their Bachelor of Arts in the School of Journalism and their Master's in Communication Management. These students have completed both degrees at an accelerated pace through USC's Progressive Degree Program. Christopher Superstar Jacob Ugoptos. Scott Andrew Schlesinger. Molly Marie Crisana Canales. Stephanie Marie Vasquez. Kenneth Edward Legan. Jeffrey Michael Curtis. Alexander Paul Melzak Gorney. Brandon Hunter Shore. Larissa Puro. Whitney Blaine. Numisha Takor. Marcos Saldivar. Melissa Liu. Danielle Golden. Ariana Gomez. Jocelyn Torres. Juliana Rose Appenrod. Madeline Jo Reddington. Jessica Rachel Yousefi. Lauren May Rigney. Jennifer Madelon Mueller. Hillary Hale Fights. Stephanie Elizabeth McNeil. Keaton Gray. Marissa Alyn Worms. Sharare Delara Drew. Sharare, I'm sorry. Marie Agnello. Matthew Schrader. Alexander Wilk. Kelsey Borson. Charlotte Eleanor Bergen. Candace Marie Winters. Claire Eastman Atkins. Carolyn Ruth Vandergriff. Jennifer Lee Drayson. Brianna Marie Galloway. Malia Makawicki. Melissa Zoni. Sophie Gospa. Catherine Kravitz. Lauren Brodsky. Tracy Oppenheimer. Lexi Cook. Adam Perez. Sarah Moore. Kelly Snyder. Nicole Baver. Catalina Francesca Betty Goskow. Devin Klug. Christine Borman. Elizabeth Warden. Stephanie Frischberg. Alex Abels. Dima Abini. Brittany Ann Marin. Jacqueline Levy. Brooke Ann Wendorf. Megan Lee Medic. It's Gott, right? Okay. Joshua Michael Gott. Eric Phillip Ronan. Lacey Elizabeth Ehrlich. Jocelyn Denise Pretty. Candace Marie Brain. Joshua Michael Giovanelli. Marin Rose Austin. Megan Rose Dickey. Sabrina Elfara. Kieran Alvey. Asam Bawani. Ashley Hernandez. Alexandra Amodio. Amanda Woolley. Kelsey Happy Clark. Karen Goodhart. Michelle Spigner. Kelsey Sherry Shillett. Chelsea Lynn Dunlap. Dennis Lynn. Mark Andrew Shore. Simran Chavla. Steffi Tracy Lau. Britt Thorson. Alexis Zotos. Julianne J. Spencer. Michael Hu. Jacqueline Kimiko Chu. Samantha Hope Barron. Alexandra Callahan Jacobs. Jeffrey Thomas Watson. Constance Shao. Allison Heather Aronoff. Grace Ann Ansani. Rafaela Turner. Catherine Elise Mather. Sujin Yoon. Giovanni Juarez. Nina Chada. Samantha Jeanette Bravo. Sarah Elizabeth Eigner. Madeline Annette Littrell. Michelle LaRue. Skylar Prescott Kenny. Mason Robert Worley. Emily Ann Hancock. Janelle Burdette. Ko Van Lung. Christy Lucero. Natasha Yashar. Lindy Tolbert. Megan Lynn Laswell. Judy Zoe. Claire Ann Sayas. Elizabeth Patrice Wright. Bernadette, hi Mom and Dad. Mangubat Anhat. I just read them as I get them. Amina Rabab Karam. Ashley Michelle Williams. You want me to say that? Corey Scholl Spencer. Caitlin Burkett. Thank you. Kelsey Jane Clark. Christopher Michael Foy. Taylor Ann Friedman. Maricenda Bills. Dina Diaz. Benjamin Max Weiss. Courtney McKenzie Kay. Anita Little. Anatasha Chantel Lewis. Kelly Elizabeth Quinlan Williams. Emily Elizabeth Bucko. Dustin Oliver Situ. William Copley Aubry. Anthony No. Caitlin Elizabeth Meek. Kayla Lee Anderson. And last but not least, Christian William Lee Edwards.
Another round of applause for the class of 2011. Graduates and honored guests, I just have a couple of announcements. We're spending Dean Wilson's money, and he has a gift for you at the alumni table directly to my right. And we have a wonderful reception right behind you, in front of me, behind all of you, on behalf of President Nikias and Dean Wilson. Congratulations.